This video contains a story time that will display domestic violence and also speak about domestic violence. So I just want to give a trigger warning and a heads up to everyone before you continue on with this video. I don't know why Sarah said that, because this man slapped the living shit out of her, y'all. I'm talking about domino slap. And when I say domino slap, because me and her sitting on this love seat, and he slapped her in her motherfucking head or face or wherever his hand landed, and her fucking head landed on my head. We bumped heads. Domino slap. What in the Rikers Island? What? This man grabs me by my neck, y'all. He tried to hit me in my face, but, you know, I have really quick reflexes. And I just swung his arm up and he grabbed me by my neck. Now, y'all know I'm small in height. I'm only 5 feet tall. And at that time, I probably was like 104.
Lights, camera, action, it's the Storytime queen. She the baddest in the YouTube streets. Tune into her life, cause it's a movie. Miss Kane got it going on. She make it juicy. Miss Kane, Miss Kane, Miss Kane. She got it going on. She doing her thing. Miss Kane, Miss Kane, Miss Kane. So tell a friend that Miss Kane up in this thing. Miss Kane, Miss Kane. She got it going on.
What's good, y'all? It's the one and only Mrs. Kane. What's poppin'? What's crackin'? How you doing? How you been? It's another story time. This is episode 27. None of the names used in this series belong to any of these people. Their names are being changed to protect their privacy. Their names are being changed to protect their privacy of the trifling and not the innocent. If you are new here, I am Mrs. Kane, the animated storyteller. I'm gonna need you to make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. After you subscribe, make sure you click on the word all so you can get all post notifications when Big Kane has dropped some content. Why should you subscribe? Because it's lit over here. That's why. This is still the Girl Outside series. Alright? We getting to the point where I'm telling y'all I was a girl outside, alright? A girl outside is a female rug dealer. Okay? I told y'all in the last story time how Invisible Man's car got messed up really bad. It got fucked up, okay, by an op. And an op was a friend that he was cool with, that he wasn't, till they wasn't cool no more, okay. This man was upset because Invisible Man was on the same block as him, operating from this block, all right. And he had verbally told Invisible Man that he couldn't do that, but you know, Invisible Man does not give a damn about nobody but himself, okay. So, of course, y'all know when you in a relationship with a street wigger, okay, you end up becoming an assistant to this man. You become his secretary, you become the right hand man, you become the assistant, okay? Maybe not for everybody, but I know that's the type of lifestyle that I had being a girlfriend of a rug dealer, okay? And this meme right here that I seen on Instagram literally reminded me of that, okay? This is literally what it is. Like, so with that being said, Invisible Man asked me and Sarah dress up like two yikes and go up to the rap house and retrieve some things from up there because, like I said, he was beefing with Jeezy, and Jeezy was the op, and he didn't want to be on the block while this was taking place, so he sent us up there. All right. So after this situation, I kind of feel like, I think, yeah, I told y'all in the beginning how Invisible Man showed me how to use gray steel. He showed me how, he just showed me a lot of shit. After showing me these things and I caught onto it really quick and I was okay with doing these things, I believe that this turned him on some type of way. It turned him on different levels, okay? And it got to the level where now that you've done that for me, now I need you to do this, and I need you to do this, and I need you to do this. So I kind of regret agreeing going up there and doing this, y'all. It was dumb as hell. So I told y'all I was going to wait and tell y'all how me and Sarah met. I was going to put it in my book, but I figured I'd just give y'all a little snippet, okay? Now, I met Sarah at the rap house. One day I went up there with Invisible Man and I had spent the night with him at the rap house. I know that's dumb as fuck to go lay down and go to sleep in a motherfucking in a rap house. It's crazy. So we at this rap house and this girl is there And she comes into the kitchen and I'm in the kitchen and she started cooking and she asked me if I wanted some of the food. Now, this rap house was not clean, y'all, okay? So, y'all see how I changed my little backgrounds around so y'all can feel like y'all in the story and y'all can understand what the fuck I'm talking about? This picture is a clear representation of how this rap house looked. The kitchen was a motherfucking mess, okay? This was Great Adventures for mice, all right? So Sarah asked me if I wanted some of the food that following morning after I had spent the night, and I'm just like, oh nah, I'm good. You know, it's no way in the fuck I'm eating anything out of this rap house, okay? Nothing. So she was like, all right, well, it's extra if you change your mind. I'm like, all right, thank you. That whole entire day that we're hanging out at this rap house, Sarah was trying to, make conversation and things like that with me. So y'all, one night I was going out with the girls, Tika, Tangi, Maribel, and sometimes Renee, but this time Renee was going. And I was just like, you know what? Let me ask Sarah if she wants to go. Let me just see if she want to go because since I've been coming back and forth to the rap house with Invisible Man, and if I don't want to confuse y'all, I'm giving y'all a backstory of how I know Sarah, okay? Before I get into the other shit. So I just go up to her. She's sitting in the corner, looking depressed, and I'm like, "Hey," and she's looking at me. And she's like, "Hey, girl." So I'm like, "Do you be going out? Like, you got friends or anything like that?" She's like, "Nah, just me and this wigger." So I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, me and my homegirls, we going out tonight. I wanted to know if you wanted to come with us." So she's like, "Where y'all going?" So I'm like, "We going to Webster Hall. You know what Webster Hall is?" She's like, "Nah, never heard of it." "You don't know what the Webster Hall is?" "No." So I invited her out to Webster Hall, y'all. I told the girls I'm gonna be bringing a friend. She's mad cool. She's nice, cool, calm, and collective. It ain't nothing fake. It's nothing crazy. So the girls is like, all right, bet. As long as she ain't set tripping and acting crazy, we with it. So, of course, this person, we just gonna call him because I need to change the names around, okay? And yes, this person was in the Syracuse series, but I need to change names. So we're gonna call him Too Much, all right? So she was in a relationship, a binded relationship to this guy named Too Much. And Too Much was related to Invisible Man, okay? So she says to me, she has to ask Too Much if she can go with me to the club. And I'm just like, you have to ask him, can you go out?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Like, what the fuck's going on here? I don't understand. Like, I was confused, okay? I have never in my life, even now as a married woman, I'm not gonna say I asked my husband, can I go places? I would say to him, hey, such and such is having this going on, and I probably will be going there. And my husband was like, all right, cool. Do you need money? What do you need? Like this, that, and the third. It's never a, hey, my sis Londa is having a party. I wanted to go. Do you think I could go? It's never nothing like that. It's never given that. So I was confused. I'm just like, damn, okay. Okay. So when Invisible Man and when Too Much come back from the store, she asks Too Much, can she go? So I don't like Too Much, which I've told y'all, and Too Much does not like me, okay? Fine. But Too Much is not going to, he's not going to reveal just yet, okay, that he doesn't like me. So, because of Invisible Man. So he's just like, he looks over at Invisible Man, and Invisible Man is standing there looking, and Too Much is like, yeah, she could go. I mean, you go, it's cool. Y'all gonna be alright, right? I'm like, yeah. So y'all, I'm excited. I'm like, all right, cool. We go up to this nail salon to get my nails done, get my toes done. I'm asking Sarah, is she gonna get hers done? She's like, no. So I'm like, girl, just get your feet done. I'll pay for it. So she got her toes done. She didn't want the nails. And now we go up to Pretty Girls because it was a Pretty Girls on the strip up here, okay? So we go to the Pretty Girls. I picks out my regular party outfit, black leggings, skimpy top, all right? Anybody from the early 2000s, when the leggings came in style, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about, okay? Them leggings where you could see the color of your drawers, all right? Yeah, the leggings. I was the leggings queen. I had like 100 pair of them shits, all right? So I gets me a pair of leggings, gets me a skimpy top, and I get me, like, I'm looking for like a nice shoe to wear, okay? Because the weather's starting to change. We coming out of summer now, all right, in this series. The weather's starting to change. Y'all know in like mid-August, September, it's warm during the daytime, and the nighttime it's the North Pole, okay? So I found my leggings, I found my skimpy top, and I found me, a nice leprechaun boot to match the outfit. And if you don't know what leprechaun boots is, these are leprechaun boots. I spoke about them before, okay? We all had them shits. So I got my outfit together, and my style was these, the big wide belt, okay? Back in the days, I thought I had a big stomach. I thought I was bad bodied, okay? But no, I wasn't. It's all in my head. So I got me one of them big belts to match the outfit, and she's following me through the store. So I'm just like, what are you wearing? Like, do you know what you're gonna wear? And she says,
oh, I got this lumberjack top, and I got these blue jeans, and I'm gonna wear my Tim.
nah. This is web hole, okay? Like, I get it. I have a man. You have a man. But this was my mindset years ago, okay? All right? Perfect Patty and Perfect Paul and all that, all right? And Jake from State Farm, shut the fuck up and let me talk. I'm like, nah, I know I have a man. I know we in relationships and all that, but when we go to the club, we go to the club looking good, okay? We go looking good. We're not going to the club to look like, you know, a YN's sister or a YN's girlfriend, all right? Or like we going on a heist or something. No. You're not wearing no Timbs to Webster Hall. You're not wearing no jeans and no lumberjack. So she's like,
well, I don't know what to wear because too much might say something.
So I'm like, what type of relationship do you and Too Much have? Like, I'm confused. What the fuck is going on? Like, what do you have going on here? So she's like,
oh, like he's just really jealous. He don't want me to wear this. He don't want me to do that, this, that, and the third.
Like, she's explaining everything, and I'm just like, all right. Like I said, again, you're going to the club. You asked Too Much, can you go to the club? He said yes. So I really don't think he's going to trip off, an outfit. So I'm like, you don't have to wear the leggings and the skimpy top, but you can put on something cute, okay? So she found this dress, and it was like a 3/4 sleeves, and it like button up here. It was cute, okay? And then she had got a pair of leprechaun boots too. Once we got everything from Pretty Girl, we're heading back to the house, and I'm like, how you gonna wear your hair? So she's like,
I don't know.
Now Sarah has natural red hair, okay? Her hair's naturally red. So I'm like, we'll figure it out. When we get to the house, y'all, she takes her shower, she wash her hair, and I just put her hair in like this really slick, very beautiful, tight ponytail, okay? She puts her dress on, she's got her leprechaun boots on, and I'm starting to notice that Sarah's got like this pudge in her stomach. I didn't think anything of it because, I had like a stomach pudge as well, okay? So I get dressed, and it's time for us to leave, and we're headed out. So Invisible Man sends a text and was like, you look really good. Let me know if you need me. I'm not really doing too much tonight. I'm on standby. Invisible Man had a jealous streak as well, but it wasn't as bad as Too Much, okay? And I did not see the bad part of it until later down the line, okay? But this is how me and Sarah met and became close. We're going to fast forward to the real story time, okay? All right, so once again, I just gave you a backstory of how I met Sarah. Me and Sarah have become very close. This is later on, months and months later on now. Up until now, me and Sarah has become very close. We are literally calling each other sisters, okay? We telling people that we're sisters. Now, ever since we went up to this rap house to do this little situational bullshit for Invisible Man and Too Much had became too much. They started to, come up with this idea that, me and Sarah were no limit soldiers. We were strong enough now to do this and to do that. So because this is YouTube and I have to censor a lot of things, I don't give a fuck how long ago this was. I'm still gonna censor it because
I'm be fresh as hell if the Fed's watching. I'm be fresh as hell if the Fed's watching.
we're gonna call this place the Connections Office, okay? So I'm gonna describe it as best as I can, and all the people, street people, if you know the street life, you know what I'm talking about. For the people that don't, just follow along with the story, okay? So I'm gonna call this place the Connections Office. Invisible Man and Too Much have been sending me and Sarah to the Connections Office. It was just a particular day, y'all, and we had drove to this place, this Connections Office, and Invisible Man wanted us to come upstairs. So normally when we go to this building, I would sit downstairs in the car because the car would be double parked and I would just wait. So now it's me, Sarah, Invisible Man, and Too Much. We go upstairs and me and Sarah's in the hallway, okay? So 5 or 10 minutes later, Invisible Man and Too Much come out of the apartment, and some bald brown skin guy comes out, and he's like,
"Hello, how you ladies doing?"
and we like, hey, how you doing? So Invisible Man is
Like, yeah, this my shorty right here, fresh, and that's his shorty, that's Sarah.
so he's like, okay. So Invisible Man was like,
Like, yeah, so get used to their face. Y'all know anything come from us is right.
so the guy is like, all right, bet. So we leave. Now, I'm not understanding why you showing the Connections Office manager our face and telling him this and telling him that. But the reason was, y'all, because Invisible Man and Too Much has started sending me and Sarah up there. So remember I mentioned the pudge in Sarah's dress when she put that dress on. Sarah was pregnant, okay? And I did not know Sarah was pregnant. She had disclosed that to us that night that we went out to the club, and that's the reason why she couldn't drink and smoke, okay? We was going to the Connections Office. I was taking packages from the Connections Office, and I would put it in my brassiere. Sarah was taking her packages, and she was putting it in her underwear up her couche when we would get into the elevator. And I just remember looking at her like, you're pregnant. Like, you shouldn't put that there. And Sarah is like,
oh, I do this all the time. Like, it's good. No worry. When I get up to the house, all I'm going to do is just squat and cough. It'll come out.
what in the Rikers Island? What? I'm just like, all right, cool. And when we get downstairs, we would walk back to the block, okay? Because it wasn't that far. It was far, but it wasn't that far. It was walking distance. And we would walk back to the building. It got to a point now where something had took place now, and Invisible Man and Too Much could not show their face anymore to the Connections Office, okay? Or to the Connections Office manager. So they still kept sending us. And every time we would go, the Connections Office manager would be like,
So what's up with Invisible Man? What's up with Too Much?
and we would be like, we don't know. We don't know. So it got to a point where we told them like, yeah, we doing our own thing. We're doing our own thing. Like, we don't know what the fuck they doing. Like, we doing our own thing. He's like, oh, I bet. So now, y'all, this is around the time where a lot of people, this story time leads to this story time. And this is how a lot of y'all said y'all found me, okay? With the girls in The Rock, all right? So Sarah and Candy were close as well. And we would go hang out at Candy's house, and we would just hang out. We would all hang out. So Candy wanted to get into the same business as her siblings, as her brothers, all right? And Sarah knew a lot. Sarah knew a lot, and I was learning a lot, okay? So y'all seen that story time. If you didn't see that story time, this is it right here. You can go click on it. You can find the video, click on it, and watch it. because you know, that video was like flagged really bad on YouTube. With them, they paid me but didn't pay me for it. Okay, but I'm really trying to figure out how to talk about shit like this up here. Okay, so me and Sarah became, you know, the Rap House Queens. We were doing drops. We were traveling different places for these two wiggers. They're doing their thing and we're over here doing this, okay? And it got to a point where it was like one night, and y'all already know every time it's one motherfucking night, it's some serious bullshit going on, right? Invisible Man is like, oh, I need you to take this up to Queens and, you know, wait for this person, and you're gonna do this and you're gonna do that. And I'm just like, you know, I'm tired of doing this bullshit. Like, if you ain't paying me, I'm not doing it. So Invisible Man is like,
What you mean? You is getting paid.
and I was like, I'm not getting paid.
Yes, you are. Didn't I just buy you a wig the other day?
No, I don't want that type of payment. I want the money, okay? So that's what it was. Invisible Man is like, you're going to go up here, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. The person going to give you the money, and we're going to split the bread. And that's what we was doing. We was breaking bread like that. I'm like, all right, cool. So now, y'all, I don't know, like back then, I was just so motherfucking dumb and thirsty. I think it was just nosy. I was nosy, you know, curiosity unalives the cat, okay? I was nosy as hell, curious. I wanted to know, like, damn, what's the cues about? Like, they always going up there. So Invisible Man is just like, I was supposed to go, but I didn't go, all right? It was one of them situations again. So y'all, when they came back, me and Sarah goes up to the Rap House. Now, I told y'all, me and Sarah had been hanging heavy, okay? And Sarah is pregnant now. She's starting to show. Her stomach is starting to poke more and whatever. So is one night, okay? And we had went to the laundromat. We had went and got our toes done. Like, we had an amazing day. And now that the Wiggers is back at the Rap House, Sarah's like, I'm hungry, okay? This is a pregnant woman we're talking about. I know, because I would have food cravings at 2, 3 in the morning. 2, 3 in the morning, I had a seafood boil. 2, 3 in the morning, I had lemon cake with ice cream. All right. So I'm just like, all right. So what do you want to, like? You want to cook something? Like, what do you want to do? Like, well, you know, we need to sanitize this kitchen really, really bad. So Sarah is like,
oh, I really want to, like, I want a Philly cheesesteak from that corner store downstairs.
So I'm like, all right, well, let's go. The bullshit with having to ask too much permission to go places, Sarah was starting to move away from that, okay? And too much was starting to get pissed off because he was saying that I was influencing Sarah to be a strong black woman, because I'm a strong black woman, y'all, and I did not allow a man to tell me what the fuck to do, to dictate my movements and stuff, okay? Richard had tried this the whole entire relationship. I admit he was successful at it the first couple of years, but after a while, once I started to realize who I was and things of that nature, it wasn't going no more, okay? I wasn't going and it wasn't going. So even to this day in real time, a lot of my friends, their boyfriends or their baby fathers, like the boyfriends and the baby fathers, they don't like me.
But my friends' boyfriends be so mad at me and so jealous at me because they think that I'm the whole friend. And really, I'm dead not the whole friend. Stop thinking I'm the whole friend, because I'm really not. I'm really the savior. I'm really the whole savior. I really be saving these hoes. You know what I'm saying? That's really me. I'm really the savior.
They don't like me because I stand on business. I'm a strong black woman and I stand on business and I'm not going for the bullshit. And my friends follow suit. So this is what was going on. Sarah started to gain a voice and she started to stand on business and speak up for herself. So I just remember, y'all, I come out the living room, I go to the kitchen and I'm like, hey, we about to go to the store. So Invisible Man is sitting at the table rolling up marijuana, and Too Much is sitting in the window, and then there was another wigger in the kitchen, okay? So Invisible Man is like,
At 3 in the morning? Like, what the fuck they getting from the store?
so I'm just like, Sarah wants a Philly cheese from the corner store. So Invisible Man was like,
Like, oh, all right.
that's it. Too Much is sitting in the window, and he's got his arms folded, and he's looking Like he's about to be in some bullshit, y'all. So I just remember I walks out of the kitchen. I go and I grab my purse. Sarah's walking to the front door and I'm behind her. It was a hand that came over my head. Like, see how I'm saying? It's like the hand came over my head and closed the door, like slammed the door. So I turned around, like, and it's too much. So too much is like,
Where the fuck you think you going? Where you think you going?
so I'm like, and Sarah's like,
What the fuck you talking about? I'm going to the store. I told you I'm hungry. I need something to eat.
too much is like,
I don't give a fuck. You ain't going to no fucking store. Get in the room.
I'm looking at Sarah. Sarah's like, I'm going to the store. She goes to open up the door again, and now by this point, y'all, I had moved out of the way. Okay, he slams the door again. So Invisible Man is like,
Yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? Man, fuck that. You ain't going to no fucking store. Get in the fucking room.
y'all, this was the first time that I can't even say the first time because I've been around, DV situations, but it was nothing like this. These two were knocking if you buck, fighting, like throwing the hands like two strangers in the street. It was crazy. So none of the men in the house tried to stop this, y'all, except one guy. Just one. Invisible Man didn't even budge. I'm looking over at Invisible Man like, are you gonna stop this bullshit? He didn't stop it, y'all. To me, it kind of looked like Invisible Man enjoyed it. It was funny to him. And that was a red flag for me. And I don't know why I didn't take that red flag and just run to the finish line with it, okay? So, it was crazy. We never got a chance to go to the store. We didn't go to the store. Sarah was crying. She was in the bathroom. Her nose was leaking. It was crazy. So, y'all, I had looked at every last wigger that was there at that rap house that night. I started to look at them differently, including Invisible Man. I'm just like, damn, okay, like, I get it now. I get it. I see why Sarah was like, she has to ask permission to do this. She has to do that. What was the problem with your girl, a pregnant woman, going to the store? The store is literally right downstairs to get a Philly cheesesteak because she has a craving because she's hungry. So you want her to go to bed hungry. Noted. I was just annoyed, okay? So I'm telling Invisible Man, I'm going to go home. I'm going to get me a cab and go home. So Invisible Man is like,
What you mean get a cab and go home?
I'm going to go home. Like, I just don't feel comfortable here. So Invisible Man is
like, that's them. Like, that's their bullshit. Let them, we not getting involved in that.
I'm not trying to get involved in anything. I just don't feel comfortable being here now after this bullshit. That's what I'm trying to say to you. So, all right, I didn't get a chance to leave, okay? And no, he didn't hold me there. I just was like, all right. It's already like 4 or 5 in the morning now, okay? I'ma just wait. So I sit on this computer chair and I'm just sitting there, okay? I want to say Sarah slept in the bathroom because I don't ever remember her coming out the bathroom, y'all. And Invisible Man was on the futon sleep. And I was just sitting there in the dark like, I just can't believe this. Let's go ahead and fast forward. It's a couple of days now after that whole ordeal and that situation. I had the week off now because it's like school is starting. So now my days are going to be more tight, okay? Now the summer program, the summer school thing is over with. So now I'm dealing with regular school kids now, okay? So y'all, I'm home and I'm thinking of what I want to eat. It's between a Chinese restaurant or it's some pizza, all right? So Invisible Man sends a text and he tells me that he's going to go OT. So I'm like, all right, cool. So y'all, that night, Sarah comes to my house, okay? Sarah comes to the house and she's got like a little kid with her. So I'm like, I was confused. I'm like, whose kid is that? She's like, oh, this is my kid. This is me and too much child, all right? So I'm just like, I had no idea that Sarah had other kids. I didn't notice, okay, until that day, that night. So she's like,
yeah, girl, this is, I don't know, like, I'm just bugging the fuck out. I don't know why I'm pregnant again, like, and he don't even do shit for this one.
like, she just, telling me everything, things that I didn't even know. So now, y'all, she tells me that she was staying at the rap house. She was there, like, living there with Too Much, because Too Much didn't have no place to live either. So I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. She's like,
yeah, so now these motherfuckers done went OT, and I don't got nowhere to go because this wicked took the keys with him, and I can't even get in. And Elroy is not at the house.
So I'm just like, so let me guess, you need somewhere to go. She's like, yeah. So I was just trying to see if I could stay here for the weekend. So I'm like, all right, cool. I said, all right, cool, because me and her are cool. We close friends. We like sisters. And then she has a young child. So I'm not going to say no. So, all right, y'all. We're at this house. The whole entire weekend, Sarah is trying to get in contact with Too Much. And Too Much is either answering and doing too fucking much, or he's not answering at all. So Sarah's like,
you know what? I feel like I want to go and sneak up on him.
so I'm just like, where he at? He's in the Ville? Like, where is he?
No, they went up OT. They up in the Q's.
So I'm just like, you want to go to Syracuse and sneak up on him? Like, that's kind of far. Like, Syracuse in New York, that's like a 3 to 4 hour stretch.
It don't matter. Like, that's what I'm really ready to do. Like, I'm telling you, I'm really ready to do that.
So you're going to take your child up there to the environment that they're in. She's
like, no, I'm about to call my sister right now. Matter of fact, that's what we gonna do. I'm gonna pay for your ticket and all that.
I'm just like, nah. So, y'all, Sarah calls her sister, and her sister comes to the house to pick up the child, okay? She gave the girl some money. The girl leaves with the child. So now I'm packing a bag, and I'm thinking of an excuse to give Mama Kane when Mama Kane calls, because it's 6 of us. My mother has 6 children, and she keeps up with all 6 of her children, okay? So I'm like, all right, at some point, Mama Kane is going to hit me up. She's going to know what I'm doing. Am I okay? This, that, and the third. And I have to come up with something, all right? So I'm putting, and yes, I'm grown, all right? Yes, I'm grown here at this time. But still, I'm packing a little small bag. Sarah's bag is already packed. So now we leave the house, y'all. We get on the train, and we are traveling to the Greyhound. When we get to the Greyhound, we goes to the Trailways, okay? So Sarah gets a ticket for her. She gets one for me. One ways at that. So when the bus comes, we get on the bus, and Too Much calls her phone. He's like FaceTiming her. So she's declining the FaceTime, and she's telling him that she's getting ready to go to bed because it's nighttime. So he's just like, so he's sending texts like, so you can't answer the phone. Like, you must be with a wigger. You're going to make me fuck you up, this, that, and the third. Okay, this is him. He's just leaving threats after threats after threats. When she was just calling his phone the whole entire day and he wasn't answering. So now, y'all, I think we got to the Q's maybe like 1, 2 in the morning. Okay. Invisible Man didn't even know I was coming. He didn't know anything. He had been texting, you good, did you eat, this, that, and the third. I'm like, yeah, I'm good, I ate. So now, y'all, we get to the Greyhound in Syracuse, and Sarah is she's trying to locate where Too Much is at. She hits up Disney, and she acts like, she made it seem like she was inquiring about 24 karat. Yes, Sarah knows 24 karat, okay? We all know each other. So she pretended like she was inquiring about 24 karat, and of course Disney is dumb. Disney discloses where he's at. He's like, oh, I'm OT. I don't know what's going on with 24 karat, you know what I'm saying? But if you see her, just check on her. Like, she's up there at the spot, at the telly. She's still at this telly. So Sarah somehow, some way gets Disney's location from Disney. I don't know, y'all, okay? So we get a little taxi from the Greyhound, and we take this taxi to this location. Now, at this point, y'all, when we get there, The Wiggers is on the balcony. The cab pulls up, and all the Wiggers is staring at the cab. Okay, they're staring at the cab, and I guess they're like, they trying to figure out, is somebody rolling up on them? Like they they trying to figure out what's going on. So I get out the cab, and I'm walking around, and I hear somebody say, "Ain't that your girl?" And Invisible Man is like,
fresh.
so I'm like, hey. He's like,
what the fuck?
So he goes through the door. He goes through the sliding door, and Sarah gets out. So I hear somebody say, yo, that's Sarah. So now Too Much goes through the door. All the Wiggins coming through the door. Invisible Man was the first one to come out the building and come down the steps, okay? And he's like,
what's up? What you doing here?
Like, he's like shocked, but laughing and smiling at the same time. So I'm like, Sarah wanted me to come with her. I don't know. So Invisible Man's like,
why you ain't text me? Why you ain't call me?
She told me not to. Like, that's not what I said to him, but that's just what I'm thinking. So now Too Much is standing at the top of the steps, and he like,
you a sneaky bitch. Like, why you ain't tell me you was coming up here?
So Sarah was
like, why you ain't answering your fucking phone? I've been calling your fucking phone all day yesterday and all day today. Like, I can't even get in the rap house. And you know that's where I fucking live at. I had to go to Miss Fresh house. Like, what the fuck? Like, it don't make no sense.
So they start arguing ever. So Invisible Man was like,
hey, we not doing that here. We not doing it here. We not doing it here. We on a mission. We ain't got time for that bullshit. For all that, y'all can get back in the cab and go back to Greyhound and go back to Brooklyn.
So y'all, we ends up going inside this apartment. And during this time, I didn't know whose apartment this belonged to, but I do know it was a woman's apartment, okay? I just didn't know whose apartment it was. But y'all gonna bug out when y'all find out whose apartment it was. So I just remember we sitting there on the couch, and you can tell it's a woman's apartment because it's decorated really nicely. It's got a woman's touch to it. And I just kept looking around, and I'm like, whose house is this? And Invisible Man was like,
what?
I'm like, whose house is this? So Invisible Man was like,
why you ain't tell me you was coming?
I'm like, once again, Sarah told me not to say nothing because she was trying to see if Too Much was cheating on her. So y'all, we all went to sleep. The next day, we all get up. I go, I shower, I change clothes. Everybody's getting up. Morning routine, okay? And Invisible Man is like, I'm about to make breakfast for all of us. You're like, who want eggs? Who want bacon? Who want this? Who want that? Everybody wants it. So Invisible Man's in the kitchen. He's cooking. So I told y'all Invisible Man is into music, entertainment business, okay? Too Much also was a rapper, air quotation marks, okay? And he had wanted Invisible Man to hear the music that he had created while he was up there at the studio. So Invisible Man is like,
go ahead, put the music on, put it on, let me hear it.
And he's cooking. So the song comes on, and everybody is like,
you might see me all blue, all red, every day, all blue, all red, yeah.
The song was basura, okay? It was basura, garbage, trash. It was not good. So Invisible Man is at the stove, and he starts laughing. So Too Much was like,
what you laughing at? Like, what's funny?
Invisible Man is like,
that shit is garbage. I wouldn't play that in the whip.
And he's just mixing in the pan. So Too Much was like,
what?
Invisible Man was like,
it's garbage. I wouldn't play that in the whip. What you mean? What? I don't like it. The beat garbage. Where you got the beat from?
So Too Much is like,
it don't matter where I got the beat from. You don't know music. That's the problem. You don't know music. You into some bullshit. Like, fuck out of here. You just a rug dealer. You don't know shit about music.
So Invisible Man was like,
all right, whatever you say. Whatever you say. What, you want me to lie to you? You want me to lie to you and tell you it's nice? So you can go and put it out there and motherfuckers hurt your feelings? This shit's garbage. What do you want? What you want?
So here's where things get crazy, y'all. Too Much comes to the living room, okay? And he's like,
what y'all think of the song? Y'all heard the song, right? What y'all think of it?
So we just sitting there looking at him, okay? He's asking Disney, we already know Disney's a sidekick. Disney's like,
I I mean, to be honest, I think the song fire. Like it gotta grow on you. You know what I'm saying? I like it. My head, I was nodding my head. I like it. I like it.
So Invisible Man was
Like, man, shut the fuck up. That shit garbage. Why you sitting there lying to him? You know that song is trash. Like, please.
so Too Much looks at me and Sarah and he was like,
Like, yo, get your mans. Get your mans. This wicked don't know shit about music. Fuck out of here.
so Invisible Man was like,
Like, yo, don't say nothing to my girl. Real talk. Don't say nothing to my girl. What you, man, fuck that. Fuck out of here. You pissing me off.
so Invisible Man was like,
You get all emotional. Like, you have other music. You have other music. That's the only song. That's the only song you can make.
so y'all, Too Much then turns back to us and says,
What y'all think of my song?
so Sarah was like,
I don't really like it.
I don't know why Sarah said that because this man slapped the living shit out of her, y'all. I'm talking about domino slap. And when I say domino slap, because me and her sitting on this love seat and he slapped her in her motherfucking head or face or wherever his hand landed, and her fucking head landed on my head. We bumped heads. Domino slap. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck, yo? Like, come on. So Sarah's like,
Stop! What are you hitting me for? Cause I said I don't like the song.
so Invisible Man comes out the kitchen and was like,
Like, yo, you gotta chill, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? You acting crazy over a fucking song? Like, you bugged out. You don't need to be a rapper because you can't take criticism.
so y'all, Invisible Man and Too Much was getting ready to fight. They was getting ready to square up in this living room because of the song. I really wish I had that CD so y'all could hear the song because it was trash. It was garbage, all right? So after this, y'all, Sarah was ready to leave. She was ready to go because she's just like, this motherfucker's gonna slap me. He hit her so hard, y'all. Her face was red for half of the damn day. And like her face was like swollen with the handprint. This is no lie. So I'm just like, this is crazy. And I'm telling Invisible Man, like, yo, this wig is something else. Like, seriously, I'm not liking this bullshit. So Invisible Man is like, all right, man, I'm going to talk to him. But little did I know, okay, Invisible Man was into the same shit. So, y'all, I never found out whose house we were staying in because, like I said, it's a woman's house. I ended up discovering whose house it was later on, and y'all gonna find out that in episode 28. So we ends up leaving. We ends up leaving because Invisible Man and Too Much had gotten they ended up fighting, okay? And when Invisible Man and Too Much fight, it's like an ongoing thing. It doesn't stop, all right? So we ended up leaving. We got into the car. We got into the car and we drove back to the city, all right? So I just remember Sarah was in the back. She was crying. She's like texting on the phone. Invisible Man dropped me and Sarah off at my house, and he's going to the Ville, to his other family house, and he said he would call me. Sarah ended up leaving. She ended up leaving and getting a cab and going with her sister, okay? Why she didn't go with her sister from the beginning, I don't know, okay? But we're going to fast forward. It's a few days now, y'all. A few days had went by, okay? Like, mad days. Not even a few days, mad days. We're going to call this guy Mountain Dew because this guy, he's named after a flavor drink that Mountain Dew created. So we're just going to call him Mountain Dew. Now, Invisible Man came to the house one day and he's like, he's going to link up with a guy named Mountain Dew. So I'm like, okay. He's like,
Guy, I need you to drive. You want to drive?
So I'm like, all right, cool. So we get into this car, y'all. And Invisible Man is telling me, he's directing me how to get to Mountain Dew's house. Now, Mountain Dew has stayed like really deep in the east, okay, East New York. So we're driving and we get there and he's calling Mountain Dew to tell him, like, I'm getting close. I'm going to pull up. Now, Mountain Dew was like a well-known party promoter / DJ out here in Miami, and he was trying to get his name bigger up in New York, okay? So when we get to this man's house, I just remember he stayed in like, it's like a brown building, 2 floors, and he was on the top floor. So he's in the window. He's got his head out the window, and he's telling us how to get into the building, like go around to the side, this, that, and the third. So we did just that, and when he opens up the door, it's like some stairs that just lead straight up to his crib. All right, it was nice. So we go up these steps, and when we get in there, the apartment is beautiful. It's nice, leather couch. It was like a red rug on the floor in the living room. Okay, TV on the wall, big ass TV. It was nice, and he was holding a baby, like a little small baby. So Invisible Man was like,
Oh, your girl had the babies?
so Mountain Dew was like,
Yeah, yeah, man. Like, I'm on daddy duties right now, but, you know, I'm still can handle business.
so Mountain Dew kept looking over at me, okay? And Invisible Man notices this. So Invisible Man looks over. He's
Like, oh, this my shorty, this my girl. This my girl, fresh, this is Mountain Dew.
so we both like, hey, how you doing? So Mountain Dew was like,
Like, y'all hungry, y'all thirsty. I got some sodas in the fridge, some water, some juice, some juicy juice. And my shorty cook, you know, she from Jamaica, so she made some rice and peas, some oxtails, and you know.
I love that type. I love island food, y'all. Okay, I love island food. Side note, I have island bloodline. Okay, so I love it. It's delicious. So I'm hesitant. I'm looking over. I looks over at Invisible Man, and I look over at Mountain Dew, but Invisible Man is like,
Nah, she good, we good.
so in back of my head, I'm like, no, I'm not good. That food is good, and I want some. So they get up and they go to the other room, and they talking, they laughing, and Mountain Dew comes back to the living room. He lays the baby in the bassinet, and he hands me the remote control to the TV. He's like, you could, turn the TV on, watch whatever you want to watch. I'm like, all right, thank you. So now, y'all, they in there and they talking or whatever. I'm just sitting there waiting, okay? They come out, and the energy kind of was like shifted a little bit, okay? I don't know what Mountain Dew told Invisible Man, what he said to him, but it pissed him off, okay? Invisible Man was pissed off. Now, I did tell this story. I don't remember what video it was. I think it was this video. And I took this video down, y'all, because I had a lot of comments from women, okay? Because women are weird. There was women that wanted to talk down on me and shame me for being in an abusive relationship, okay? And I just took the video down because I got tired of cursing people out and arguing with people, primarily people who never experienced this and they feel like they're a goody two shoes, okay? But always remember, every dog has their day. So it has something to do with like a paper. It was like a child support paper or something, and Invisible Man had picked the paper up off the floor, and before he handed it to Mountain Dew, he looked at it, and Mountain Dew got mad, okay? It was something along those lines. So the energy was different, all right? Whatever Mountain Dew said to Invisible Man about the paper, and now Invisible Man had an attitude. So we're leaving out of the house, and I just remember, I'm like, I still need to stop at my mother's house to bring them this food that I had made. And Invisible Man is like,
Alright.
this time he's driving. There's no music playing. It's just pure silence, okay? He's just driving. Like he's just in a trance. So I didn't say anything. I'm just looking over at him, looking out the window. When we get back to my house, I goes in the kitchen and I'm putting the collard greens and I'm putting the rice into microwave bowls, okay? Side note, I make really good collard greens and barbecue baked chicken and motherfuckers love it, okay? I used to sell those plates when I lived in Crown Heights. Okay, back to the story. So that's what I had made. I had made barbecue chicken, I had made yellow rice, and I had made collard greens, okay? So I'm bringing my parents some of the food because they wanted some. So, and mind you, I had told Invisible Man about this the day before, all right, and that same day. So Invisible Man is like,
You need to use the car to take that food to them.
so I'm like, not necessarily. I can walk if you need the car. It's not an issue. So he's like, I'm just looking like, okay, like, the fuck's wrong with him? I just remember I was in the kitchen and I told you that this apartment is like mad small. I'm standing at this stove and the kitchen was so small only one person can fit in it. So I'm standing there, Sassy's laying on this little pillow that I had. I would be in the kitchen cooking and Sassy would be laying on a pillow, okay? So she's laying on that pillow on the outside of the kitchen. I'm at the stove. I'm potting up the food. Invisible Man comes and walks over to the kitchen door. Sassy gets up and runs, okay? I should have took that as a red flag. She gets up and runs so fast the motherfucking pillow went flying. All right, like y'all know how the animals jump up and run and it just so he's leaning on the wall like and I'm just looking at him. And he's like,
Why do you have to take that to them?
because I said I was going to take it to them. Like, every time I make this dish, I takes it up to them because they like it. Y'all remember I told y'all when Invisible Man would get on his bullshit, his eye would twitch. One eye would get really small and one would be regular, okay? So, I didn't notice at this time. I didn't know the signs to look for, okay? Because like I said, this is all new to me at that time. This is new. Domestic violence, everything's new to me. He's like, that's how he's looking at me. So I'm like, he then says,
So you gonna walk to Brownsville to take them that Why they can't come get it?
so I'm like, because like I said, I always take them the food. I don't need you to drive the car. I can walk. I always walk to Brownsville before me and you even got together.
I didn't ask you that.
I know you didn't ask me that, but that's what I'm telling you. Right after that sentence, this man grabs me by my neck, y'all. He tried to hit me in my face, but, you know, I have really quick reflexes. And I just swung his arm up and he grabbed me by my neck. Now, y'all know I'm small in height. I'm only 5 feet tall. And at that time, I probably was like 140 something pounds, okay? I was very small because I told y'all I had this eating disorder bullshit. And Invisible Man is probably about 6 feet, 6'1". He's tall, lanky. And I'm like, get off of me. Like, I'm like, get off of me. Like, get off of me. And he just looked different in the face, okay? So, next thing I know, y'all, I hear my mother's voice like, knock that motherfucker out. I start swinging. We are throwing hands, y'all, in this hallway, in this kitchen. We fighting, okay? Like 2 people on the street. Next thing I know, we fall down on the floor and my leg interlocks with his leg, okay? And I'm on my back. And he falls on top of me and he turns over, okay? So I grab him. I'm holding him like this. I got his head is here and I'm holding him and I'm just squeezing as tight as I can. And he's got his hands like this and he's pulling my hair. So I'm crying at the same time and something is like, don't hurt him, okay? Don't hurt him. And I was thinking this when we were standing up fighting and I'm hitting him in his face and something was like, fuck him up. And something was like, don't hurt him, don't hurt him. Okay? It was like a devil and angel moment. The devil is like,
Listen, don't hurt him. Hurt him, but don't hurt him.
the angel was like, fuck him up. Fuck him up. I'm just like, I'm crying. I'm like, get off of me. He's like, all right, Fresh. Let me go. So, y'all, I just remember that my neighbor D was knocking on the door because we're loud. She can hear it. She's knocking on the door. Fresh, fresh. And I'm like, I'm okay. She's like, you sure? And I'm like, yeah. So he gets up and he's trying to help me get up, y'all. And I didn't accept it. I just slapped his hand out. I gets up and I'm like, get out. Get the fuck out. And he was like,
No, I'm not going nowhere. I ain't leaving.
so I'm like, you getting out of my house. You getting the fuck out of here. He's like,
Like, no, I'm not. I'm not going nowhere.
I'm like, all right, I'm gonna leave. So I go into the bathroom, y'all, and I'm just crying. Like, I can't believe this happened. So he comes in the bathroom. He comes to the bathroom and he's like trying to open up the door, and I'm pushing the door and he's trying to push it. And I'm like, you are gonna make the neighbors call the cops. My neighbors fuck with me heavy in this building.
Man, fuck them neighbors. I'm sorry. Like, I'm stressed out. I got a lot of shit going on. Like, Mountain Dew just pissed me off. My homie this, my brother that, this, that, and the third.
I'm just like, I don't have nothing to do with that. So y'all, Invisible Man ends up leaving. I'm telling my mother, my mother had called because, time had went by. I never showed up with the food. So I just made up something like, I wasn't feeling well, so I'm gonna bring the food tomorrow. She's like, all right, are you sure everything's all right? I'm like, yeah, but everything wasn't all right. This was like a gateway to hell, literally. And I didn't even realize it. I don't know why I didn't take that and just leave Invisible Man alone. I don't know. I can't answer that question. Okay? But I do know being in a DV relationship, I used to be one of those people that would watch the Maury Show, watch Jerry Springer Show, watch Lifetime movies, or I live in the hood. I would see couples squaring up with one another, and I would just be like, just leave them alone. Like, but I didn't realize what the fuck was going on until it was me. Okay? When you have a person that is threatening, this person is dangerous and they are threatening to unalive your family. They threaten to do this. They threatening to do that. It's just a certain way you have to move. And a lot of times you're afraid. You're afraid to leave. You're afraid to move. If y'all get what I'm saying. And I mean, the people that get it. And the ones that don't, just be thankful it wasn't you. Okay? Because it really pisses me off when women come up here and they be like, oh, you're dumb. Why would you stay in a relationship? Why this and why that? You would say that until somebody hits you so hard. You have seen the following year, and the year's not over with. Okay? So yeah. That was the gateway. That was the door. The gate had opened up to hell. Invisible Man was never the same after that day, y'all. So, like I said, this is the end of this episode. This is the end of this episode because I made some salmon and I'm really hungry. Okay? If you like this episode, give this video a thumbs up and leave some comments below. If you did not like this episode and you are new here and you don't know how it goes over here when you don't like something over here, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what you don't like. But since you made it this far in this goddamn video, hit that like button and get your ass out of here. So if you made it this far to this video, y'all, I'm gonna need you to put this emoji. That's the heart with the band-aid around it. Because a lot of these videos that's coming up, they are gonna piss you off. It's emotional, okay? No, you won't cry. You will laugh and you will be pissed off, okay? It's gonna be an equal balance. So I just want to give y'all trigger warnings, okay? Most of y'all know because I gave y'all like one full video. This one, I gave y'all one full video of different things that took place. But now that this is a series, y'all have different episodes and get to hear different things, okay? So, y'all know I have to promote my book. If you are into arts and you like things to keep you calm, this is volume 1 of my self-published adult Storytime coloring book. I have got nothing but good reviews so far. This is the website right here to where you could purchase the book. And shout out to everybody that bought it, okay? Y'all, I sold out on my first drop. Twice. So yeah, wherever you at in this crazy ass world, because you know this world is crazy, it's never going to change. Don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another motherfucking friend that Mrs. Kane is on a motherfucking tube. Peace. I love y'all, and y'all be safe out there.
Friend of Miss Kane up in this thing. Miss Kane, she got it going on.